cars you admire, and then there are cars you feel. The 2026 Maserati Levante SUV, this one wrapped in the most haunting shade of matte black, isn't just a design, a machine, or a concept. It's an event, a presence, a myth crawling out of the shadows to remind the world that elegance doesn't need to shout and power doesn't have to roar. From the first glance, it doesn't even look painted. It looks cloaked, dipped in silence, wrapped in gravity, forged not in a wind tunnel but in an opera house where beauty and brutality waltz in the dark. You stand in front of it and hesitate, because this is not a Maserati trying to compete. This is Maserati daring to ask, what if luxury could intimidate? This isn't just a Levante. It's a redefinition, a resurrection, a wolf made of glass and steel, built to seduce without touch and dominate without motion. The body lines don't just curve, they prowl. Air doesn't glide across it, it parts around it cautiously. In this SUV, everything you thought you knew about Maserati gets quiet, rearranged, rebuilt into a prophecy. The matte black finish doesn't shine or shimmer. It absorbs the world around it. No chrome, no decoration, just weight, depth, intention. The Trident sits low like a signature carved into obsidian. The headlights are razor thin, nearly invisible until they ignite and slice through the night like secrets being exposed. The front has that predatory forward lean, not aggressive, but inevitable. The grille doesn't growl, it judges. One silent look and you understand. This SUV doesn't ask who you are. It decides if you're worthy. From the side, it looks like a moving shadow even while standing still. The roof tapers with a quiet menace. The rear arches swell with restrained power. The 23-inch turbine wheels spin like black wind. Behind them, carbon ceramic brakes wait like dormant fire. The door handles stay hidden, recessed, waiting for a gesture because this SUV doesn't beg to be touched. It chooses who steps inside. And the rear is not a closing statement, it's a cold whisper. Taillights that hover like red ice. A thin blade of light stretching across the back like a memory of something fast enough to outrun its own reflection. The diffuser is pure jet black carbon, wide, sharp, ready to cut through air and asphalt. No exhausts because this Levante isn't from the era of combustion. This is Maserati going electric, and the silence it carries is louder than thunder. Open the door and the world dissolves. The cabin doesn't greet you with flash, it greets you with atmosphere. It feels less like a cockpit and more like a cathedral built for motion. Black Alcantara, deep gray leather, stitching that hides itself until the light reveals it. The seats don't simply hold you, they claim you. Memory formed, low set, sculpted like intentions carved into stone. The dashboard floats, clean and seamless. A full digital skin that appears only when you need it and melts away when you don't. Maps, menus, data summoned by your eyes, dismissed by your breath. No buttons, only presence. You don't control this interior. You collaborate with it. The center lines of the experience come alive the moment the Levante senses you. Screens respond to your gaze. Lighting shifts with your mood. The cabin feels like an intelligent shadow adjusting to your pulse. Every interaction becomes softer, smoother, quieter, until it feels like you're piloting an emotion more than a machine. And then there's Tempest Mode, Maserati's answer to every other SUV pretending to be fast. Engage it, and the cabin tightens, the glass darkens, the motors sharpen, and the world outside begins to fade as if it knows something extraordinary is about to happen. Rear seats aren't an afterthought, they're thrones. Reclining, memory mapped, individually climate-tuned, a panoramic roof above that fades to black at your command. The armrest opens like a sculpture revealing a cooler, fragrance diffuser, wireless charging that adapts to your device's health. Everything feels placed with intention, shaped with purpose, built with silence, and then you drive it. The silence isn't absence, it's precision. The quad motor system delivers over 1,500 horsepower with no hesitation, no drama, just pure, immediate thrust. 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. No noise, no warning. The SUV simply decides to move and you're already gone. The steering feels telepathic. The torque vectoring anticipates mistakes before they exist. Corners flatten beneath you. Weight disappears. Size shrinks. You stop thinking about driving and start feeling it pure motion, pure emotion, pure connection. It glides when you lift, bites when you push, and forgives nothing because it never needs to. Range over 400 miles, rapid charging to 80% in minutes. But none of those numbers matter when you're inside it. All you feel is the way the world bends and melts around you. And when the drive ends, it doesn't fade. It lingers. You step out different than you stepped in. People look not because it's loud, but because it moves like it knows something they don't. In a sea of SUVs begging for attention, this one chooses to be unforgettable for the few who understand it. The 2026 Maserati Levante in matte black isn't a concept. It's a confrontation, a reminder that luxury isn't screens or horsepower, it's mood, presence, and story. This SUV doesn't speak, it waits. And when you're finally quiet enough to listen, it shows you that what you've always wanted wasn't more speed or tech or features. It was a feeling. And this is what a feeling looks like. If you enjoyed this experience, please subscribe. Research, writing, and editing take real time and effort, and your support helps keep these creations coming.